Finish. Rocking and rolling. Ward, the smart finisher that he is trying to go to the body and totally going to stop the fight. Stopping the fight in the 8th round as a sustained body attack from Andre Ward continued. Kovalev never went to the canvas. Kovalev looked like he was looking for a breather. He was hit belt line, not low. Ward noticed he didn't want it in the body, and like the great champion he is, improbably stops Kovalev with a savage body attack for the knockout with the light heavyweight championship and maybe the #1 pound-for-pound ranking in the world on the line. That was absolutely brilliant. And fighters are told all the time when you're about to finish, remember to go to the body. Ward went exclusively to the body.
He exclusively jumped in the right thing. He started whipping. He started calling, kept complaining about the body shots. So he continuously staring about it because he knew that was the reason that he was complaining about the low blows.
And that may be the most spectacular win of Andre Ward's career. That was a hair-raising win, guys. That was an historic, great win. A shocking conclusion to the fight and an example of the score may be lying to you. The story was the true thing here. The story of the fight was Ward took the fight to him early, backed him up, seemed to be carrying the fight, seemed to be discouraging Kovalev, even as Kovalev maybe was winning rounds by the volume of his punching. The truth was the story of the fight, not the scorecard. Let's take a look at what happened in this round. The first thing we're going to show you is the belt line blow for which Kovalev tried to get.
Damn it, I broke my mug.
That was not a low blow. That was a belt line. The belt, as you see, is above the navel, so that's not a low blow. And when he went down to show that hurt him, he acted like it was a low blow. Most fighters know that if a guy acts like that's a low blow, that shot right there on the chin hurt him. That part of his knee.
That was the biggest punch of the fight, the hard right hand. And now Kovalev was in trouble and trying to survive. And as he looked for space in the ring and looked for a chance to get away after that right hand, which you had already seen once, here's what Ward did. Body. Missing over the top to the head. And now, watch these body shots that ultimately sealed the deal. And look at the effort that Ward puts into every body shot. Boom. Boom. And Tony Weeks says, I've seen enough. I'm not sure that Kovalev would be safe to continue in the fight. Tell Roy to tell you to finish to the body, and he listens.
Yeah, he does listen. And some of those shots look like they may have been borderline the belt, but still his belt is high, it's above the navel, therefore they're not low blows.
What a satisfying win for Andre Ward and the entire Ward family. Now let's go to Michael Buffer for the particulars on the TKO. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the man of the.
All right, so this is going to run a little long. What is it, about 10 minutes or so? We got to listen to the post-fight interview from Andre Ward, and we got to listen to Sergey Kovalev make excuses. We got to talk about if there were low blows or not. We got so much shit to talk about. Listen, I'm shocked that he won that way. You know? And I already said yesterday, for those who don't know, I wasn't confident that he was going to win, even though I was like, I hope he win. I want him to win. But at the same time, as a media member, I shouldn't want anybody to win, right? Because I already know how it is there. There's certain people there at the event, and they're Andre Ward fans, even though you shouldn't be a fan of boxers when you're a media member. But, yo, we got a lot of shit to talk about. We got to talk about the fight. We got to talk about this bizarre card. We got to talk about the sales. We got to talk about, you know, how it looked like, you know, I was receiving photos from people that were there and was like, yo, this shit is empty. You know, we got to, you know, I'm hyped. I'm hyped. I'm hyped. That was some old Rocky movie type shit, right? That was some Rocky movie type shit, the way he won. What Rocky movie was that? Was that what Rocky movie was that? Where Rocky had beat, was it Apollo? I know I should know. Was it Apollo? Or, it wasn't Drago. It was Apollo. Like, we kept sticking those by. No! It was Rocky Balboa when he fought Mason Alon Dixon. When he got the knockdown and he was hitting him with those body shots, he was sticking the shit out of those body shots, yo. Shit was crazy. So we got a lot to talk about. So let's listen to this post-fight interview For those who haven't heard it, or if you were watching on Box Nation, or whatever the case may be, we got some things. We got some things we got to talk about. Please subscribe or links to my social media right down below in the description box. We're going to get deep into the gist of things. So just kick back. Let's make it through this. Let's make it through this post-fight interview, and then we're going to start talking.
Of Las Vegas. The end comes at 2 minutes 29 seconds. Round number 8. As referee Tony Weeks steps in and calls a halt to the contest. The winner by TKO victory. Still the undefeated light heavyweight champion of the world, Andre S.O.G. Whoa!
Now here's an interesting note from the official scorecards. As first we'll look at copy box numbers. Both punches landed, Kovalev landing 15 more and throwing 169 more punches in the fight. Landing out only a 23% net percentage, but obviously what he was looking for was activity. Catch the eye of the judges. Power punches, Ward winds up landing 3 more of those, and remember all the body shots that you saw in the last round, those count as power punches. And the net percentage for Ward so much higher. That was meaningful. Jabs, that's a public category. 45 out of 184, 90 more than Ward. He landed 18 more than Ward. Ward again, though, with a higher percentage. And by the way, the official judges, 2 of them had it 67-66 for Ward at the time of the stoppage. Steve Waxfeld was scoring it exactly the same as Harold Lederman and had Kovalev ahead 68-65. Let's go to Max Kellerman in the ring.
Wow, that was one of the more shocking conclusions to a major championship fight that I can remember seeing, Andre. How did you do it?
First and foremost, I want to give honor and glory to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. He's truly been a focal point of my whole career, my whole life. I've never been the most talented. I've never been the biggest. But we seem to keep knocking down giants one by one. I'm thankful.
So how did you do it?
I knew that today, this fight was going to be different. We had a good camp last time. We had some physical issues. Kovalev fought a good fight. But once I compute a fighter in my brain and haven't been there, I know what I need to do the next time around.
Virgil Hunter, your trainer, was yelling at us ringside. That's what happens to bullies. But I thought Kovalev showed in the first fight that he was much more than just a bully. To do that to someone who's not a bully is even harder. What was the case here?
I mean, the first time around, just as a whole, the man is a world champion. He's defending his belts. I don't know how many times. He's been on top for a long time. I don't take away from my opponents when I fight the best. I give them their credit so I can raise my game. He's a great fighter. And there's not a lot of people that are going to beat him, but facing great fighters, you got to raise your game to the next level. And I'm thankful we did that tonight.
We thought watching ringside, I thought, Andre is having his way, and yet he may be down on the cards because even as he's pushing Kovalev back and landing shots and discouraging him, Kovalev's still moving his hands and landing those shots, and he has a reputation as a big puncher and maybe winning these rounds. What was your feeling of the way the fight was going at the time you stopped him?
I felt like I was up. I don't know about how many, but again, the championship fight really starts in the second half of the sixth round. I can tell he was getting a little tired, but he was still in there. He was still fighting. And then when I saw him reacting to body shots that were, borderline, I knew I had it, but I had to just keep going down. And then I heard him with a headshot, and I just had to get the right shots in there to get it over with. We did that.
Andre, you are not known as a finisher, but when you hurt him, you certainly knew how to follow up. And here is the end. How did you see?
I knew he was hurt. He was trying to cover up his body, so I'm trying to decide, okay, is it body, head? I got to take something to give some. So I just wanted to have that's what started him on his way right there, the right hand. And he was dazed, and I just had to get the right shots in there. I knew I had about 30 seconds to go, and I was just trying to finish it, man. And
here's the end.
Again, I knew it was close. I went right back to the body. I was probably borderline, but he was hurt, went right back there again. And he wasn't reacting, went right back there again. And he didn't react, and the referee stopped him.
You just authored the kind of performance that will be taught in gyms for decades to come. When you get a guy hurt in the body,
go back down there. Go back down there. Why get away from it? Let me ask you a question. Can I get on the pound-for-pound list now at the top? Is it possible?
I don't think it'll be possible to keep you out of the #1 pound-for-pound ranking because you didn't do that against just anyone. In the first fight, you overcame long odds, falling way behind to eke it out, and in the rematch, you stopped the fearsome Sergey Kovalev. I think you are the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world tonight. Is that important to you?
Of course it is, but I don't have a vote, and I keep saying that. So I got to keep my head down and keep working, and hopefully against a great fighter like Sergey Kovalev, we'll get our credit tonight, and hopefully we'll get atop that pound-for-pound list. And one more real quick, I just want to thank my wife, who doesn't get a lot of attention or a lot of shine. I could not do this over the last decade without her. She's a wonderful mother, wonderful wife. Thank you, baby. I love you.
Andre, you were hesitant to say it before the fight. I thought clearly this is the best professional opponent you've ever fought, the biggest fight of your life. Are you now ready to say that this is the best guy you fought as a pro? Is this the biggest win of your career?
What you think? You think so?
I think so.
I might agree with you. He's a good fighter, man. I get nothing but respect for him.
Thanks, champ. Before I let you go real quick, I'm going to talk to Kovalev in a second. I know you just had the biggest win of your career. Do you have any thoughts about the near future?
Maybe cruiserweight. I don't know.
You want another belt?
Maybe cruiserweight. I don't know. Cruiserweight.
He's going to cruiserweight.
Been a dream of mine. Got to be against the right guy, but hey, man, I dream big. And
I'll explain.
When you got God in your life.
Heavyweight, but not Anthony Joshua heavyweight, right? There's a limit to everything.
Anything is possible, man.
Thank you, champ. Congratulations.
Thank you, baby. Thank you.
Now, I understand that we're going to listen to Kovalev. Kovalev is next. Now, listen, I don't like when boxers don't give credit. I can see if it was a controversial loss or anything like that, but yo, he body beat you, bro. He body beat the shit out of you. Now, I understand that we got to talk about the controversy as far as whether they're low blows or not. If they're borderline, if they're on the belt, they are not low blows. What were you watching on? And what was the difference between the cameras if you were watching on? Who picked up this fight? Was it Sky Sports or Box Nation that picked up this fight over in the UK? Because I'm watching in 50+ inches of 4K television. And of course, with what I do, I upload highlights, you know, to give you guys, you know, like news on what's going on. And I have the power to be able to fast forward and rewind in 4K television. So my question to you is, the pubic bone is a low blow, but guess what? His trunks were high. They were on the belt, were they not? Were they not on the belt line? 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 Right? They were borderline. Now remember, I have the power to fast forward and rewind. And I was watching this shit. I'm like, yo, they look kind of low. Oh, wait. Let me fucking rewind. Let me rewind. Now, as far as the stoppage, he should have took a knee. He should have took a knee. His trainer, who's probably not going to be his trainer anymore, John David Jackson, should have told him, yo, Sergey, take a knee. Take a knee, Sergey. And he should have sat there into that 8 count and then popped his ass back up. So let's listen to Sergey. What's going to be his nickname? Sergey Excuses Kovalev? Sergey Excuses Kovalev?
Hey, can you tell me
what
happened in there?
Honestly, I can't believe. Like, I feel good. Like, I don't know. I cannot explain. It's like,
did you feel you were winning the fight at the time he stopped you?
Yes, not every round, but I feel that I can good. I get good the fight, like with the fight.
Did you feel that it was the same guy you fought in the first fight, or did you feel he had improved, like you were facing a bigger challenge in this fight?
You know, me was better and he was better this fight. Like,
both of you were better.
Both of we together was better, but I didn't feel like it knocked down like any punches. You know, like that illegal.
So you're saying you were never really hurt to the body until the final round?
Yeah, only low blow.
Okay, here's the end. Tell us what you see.
Look, low blow, and I felt it is fine. Again, another one.
What? So you looked hurt from a right hand to the head about 30 seconds before that. Did you feel his power on that punch?
You know, it didn't hurt like that. I could go down the floor, but like it was a low blow. It was a low blow.
It was below the belt, but it looked borderline to me. Was it all the way low, or was it a borderline low?
Like once I thought on the low, on the границе, как on the border, and the second one on the low.
You know what I'm gonna do?
You know what? It's not the fight. Like.
So you're saying
you know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do?
Sure.
I'm gonna take a picture of those last two shots. I'm gonna take a picture of those last two shots. And once again, I am watching in 50+ inches of 4K television. I have a very expensive cable service, and in modern day and technology, I can rewind, pause, slow motion, zoom in, fast forward, everything. Right? Right? Paulie Malignaggi said they were low. Who gives a fuck? What did you see? If punches are on the belt line, they are not low blows. If punches are borderline, they're close to low blows, but they're not. Also, where is your scrotum? Is his scrotum on his stomach? Is there some type of birth defect? Looks like to me he was getting punched dead in his stomach and his trunks was too high. But he always wears his trunks like that. Also, the referee, did you notice? At the beginning, he saw the rough shit going on, but we saw what Ward was trying to do. And of course, Ward is known to many, or has a reputation of being somewhat of a dirty fighter. But this is a motherfucking fighter. You have a TV behind you, just use it. No, because I'm not getting copyright. I'm going to get paid for this fucking video. However, I will show you a clip or two because it's fair use. And we are the news, whether you believe it or not. So it's like this, right? He was body beat. Kovalev wasn't patient. He didn't pace himself. They said that in the 7th round, he had already thrown 116 more punches than he did in the previous fight. T-shirt, what's your score before the stoppage? Don't ask me no shit like that. I just fucking got off the fight just ended and I got on stream. You ask me this shit? Relax. Let's talk first. Chill. We are all hardcore boxing fans, I hope. We are all fans that we should be able to watch this fight over and over and over. And in this sport, it's a fight. If you say if you say there was low blows, how many fighters you get to see knocked out by low blows? You're saying that he got punched in the balls so many times that his body gave out? He looked tired as shit. So it's like this. You can't make excuses for a fighter who gets knocked out. He got knocked out. He should have took a knee. He should have took a knee. Also, Ward was sticking those body shots, and Kovalev didn't answer back. So if he felt that they were low blows, why didn't he grab Ward, tie him up, or take a knee like, yo, ref, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the? You're making excuses because you don't like Andre Ward, and you were wrong. Now listen, for those who don't know my reputation, I don't gamble. I'm one of them type of boxing fans where I can tell you how a fighter's going to win. I can tell you how they're going to lose. I can tell you the politics, how much money they're making, all the yin and the yang, if they fucking such and such, if he did this, if he did that. But when it comes to my predictions, sometimes I go with my heart. And I tell you that. But one thing I don't do is, and I've always been known for this, and I don't take sides. I don't align myself with boxers, because if you align yourself with boxers, then you have to say dumb shit and lie for them when you know that they lost or whatever the case may be. So, for example, I tell Danny Garcia, me being from Philly, like, yo, you lost to Mauricio Herrera, bro. I say it on camera all the time. In fact, this was 3-4 years ago. I was turned down for an interview when me and my former partner went to Danny Garcia gym, right, to get an interview. But some dude they had there who was working in a car wash, it was a car wash at the time, some dude that was like, oh, that's that motherfucker that was talking shit about Danny. He said Herrera won. You damn right he won. I don't align myself with no boxer, so therefore I have no allegiance to Andre Ward in any way, shape, or form. I felt he won the first fight. I felt he barely won the first fight. And I'm not the only one. The biggest controversy of this fight was the fact that many felt that Kovalev was wrong. But there was also many that felt that Andre Ward did enough to barely win. And if Andre Ward did win that first fight, that means you gave him every possible round that he should have won. And the biggest controversy was that split round, that 10th round, which was kind of hard to score in that 12th round. In this fight, we saw that Andre Ward was landing the cleaner, harder punches. However, Kovalev's jab was causing major issues for Andre Ward. Let's keep it 100. That jab was causing major issues for Andre Ward. But we saw something that we didn't expect. We saw Andre Ward going for the knockout. We heard Virgil Hunter up the build-up. It's my job. Watch every press conference. Got to watch every interview. Got to watch the weigh-in. Got to watch, you know. I've heard Virgil Hunter and Andre Ward's close advisor and manager, Jay Prince, say, and Sergio, we're going to knock you out. And I'm like, okay. Because we know that Andre Ward's not a knockout puncher. So I look at it like this, right? When you just knock somebody the fuck out, you know, on some flash knockout shit, like when Danny Jacobs got knocked out by how do I forget this guy's name? The only guy he got knocked out by. The guy who retired. So I could tell him tired. And I talked about it 100 times. When you see somebody get knocked the fuck out, you're like, oh shit. But when you see somebody getting beat to the body, you're like, yo, that shit like it hurt. Because it's like, right? Imagine if you keep getting hit with a pillow. Imagine if you get hit with a pillow 200 times, right? First 50 times it may not hurt. Dimitri Pirog. First 50 times it may not hurt, but once you get to that 80th, 130th, once you get to like that, what is it? That 157th, you're like, yo, this shit's starting to hurt. You see what I'm saying? You start getting tenderized. And Kovalev couldn't defend against it. Now, you can say it was a horrible stoppage, but Kovalev was in the corner not answering back. He was in the corner taking stiff, hard, what could be to other fighters rib breaking shots. And y'all talking about it was an early stoppage. Yo, that's the type of shit that make you fucking, you ever piss blood? TstreeT has. You don't want those problems in your life. That's some scary shit. You don't want those motherfucking problems in your life. So it's like this, right? I think that it was a good stoppage. However, I do admit that they were borderline low blows. Maybe one or two were low blows. But guess what? Even if it was one or two, even if it was two, right? Even if it was two, right? That's just 1 point. That's a warning and a point deduction. Unless you got a trigger-happy referee that wants to say no warning and say, oh, hey, I'm taking a point. And you're like, damn, ref, no warning? He beat the shit out that man to the body. And listen, my God, understand that I'm no novice. I watch boxing all day, every day. I see people get knocked the fuck out every day, every week. I see all kind of fucking bullshit fights to big fights like this. I go to fights. I interview fighters. This shit ain't new to me. I've seen boxers get body beat before. So when Ward started really attacking him to the body, I said, how long can he keep this up? You know what I'm saying? You know, if Ward can keep this up, especially with Kovalev, head hunting. Because from the opening gate, from the opening bell, you saw that Andre Ward was like, okay, let me go to the body from the beginning. And we were talking about the hero. For those who don't know, we were talking about that hero on the channel. I was like, man, I wonder if what's going to happen if he starts going to the body early. There were low blows before the 8th. He was past warnings. I tell you what, 33, Rod, 33. What were you watching on? How many of you know good sons of bitches?
Sure, of course. Right now I should continue.
You don't feel like it was a proper stop.
I guess they want me to shut up. That just started out of nowhere. That just unpaused out of nowhere.
Ringside as though he hurt you.
Some spooks around
to
here.
me, as though you got hurt with the right hand up top, and then he started hurting you with hooks to the body. That may be what many people feel. Do you feel that it's enough to get another fight with Andre Ward?
Max, this is fight, this is fight. It's like we are boxers. When the girls like, yes, he punched me, but I didn't hurt him. He didn't hurt me, and I feel continue to fight. Like it's like I don't know why stop the fight. Like this is crazy. I want to get fight with him and kick his ass.
If you can't get an immediate rematch, is it your intention to fight in order to get one? In other words, is this now something that will be the focus of your career to get Andre Ward in the ring again eventually?
No, I want to get a possible shot.
Thank you, Sergey, for an excellent fight once again.
I didn't agree with the stop decision.
Jim?
All right. Quickly, let's take a look at the official scorecards. As I recited to you a little bit earlier, but here they are in graphic form. Glenn Feldman and Dave Moretti, both scoring at 67-66.
I'm going to pull it up on the screen.
At that point in the fight, and Steve Weisfeld, identical to Harold Letterman, 68-65 for Sergey Kovalev to that point in the fight. Of course, that's one of those ongoing philosophical debates. Ward was landing the harder shots, particularly to the body. Kovalev was throwing and landing more. Which do you like? One judge went with Kovalev, the other two were going with Andre Ward. What about the low blow factor? Sergey Kovalev is saying that he thought the punches that finished him were illegal, that they were low. Max Kellerman saying borderline on the belt. I believe that you agree with Max. Is that correct?
I do agree with Max. SOG did quite a great fight. You can't take that from SOG. The shots were borderline, but if you're a boxer, they tell you that if your cup is above your navel, then if you hit below the belt, they're not going to call that low. Because if the cup is above the navel, then the low spot is a lot lower than just below the waistline. The waistline is above the navel. You understand? So to us, those are borderline shots, and it's hard for us to tell whether they're truly low or not because your cup is above your waist, your navel. So when it's above it like that, you never know. So with SOG, you have to give him his credit. He came out, he fought a brilliant fight. Kovalev had been complaining about those low blows all along. But in boxing, if a guy continues to hit you low or borderline, then you're supposed to turn back around if the referee don't stop him or warn him and start to hit him borderline. And then something will happen or he'll go down or y'all just beat each other low all night. So that's how that should have gone.
Real shit right there.
First, I know SOG is a hell of a fighter, shows that he deserved to be pound for pound at the top of the list, not because of necessarily all of the skills which he showed you tonight that he's very versatile, but put that on top of the fact that he has beaten the best of the best fighters, not in his weight class, close to his weight class. That's why he's still my pound for pound #1 guy.
Okay. With regard to the low blow argument, I do think the last one looked as though it was lower than the two preceding it. And Kovalev would have had a better chance with that argument had he not already been badly hurt by the right hand, which put him in danger of being knocked out, which ultimately is what happened. And Max Kellerman, I guess Andre Ward is never going to get the satisfaction of Sergey Kovalev saying, okay, I was beaten by a better fighter. But in this circumstance, Ward certainly made an emphatic point.
The reason the fight was stopped is because Kovalev appeared to have the fight beaten out of him. He appeared to, I don't want to say quit as though he pulled a no mas, but that he knew he had been beaten. And so he was sort of not defending himself anymore, just kind of sitting on the ropes. And that's why the fight was stopped. Maybe it would have been better had the ref let it continue, because then we would have had a conclusive ending. It was pretty clear that Andre was on his way to scoring a clean knockout win. Nevertheless, even with Kovalev's complaints, this is one of the most shocking endings I can remember in boxing history. Andre Ward's not a puncher. You saw he's 3-0 as a light heavyweight with no knockouts. He didn't stop a lot of fighters later in his career at super middleweight because he fights all of the best fighters. And when top fighters fight other top fighters, they tend not to score so many knockouts, particularly if they're not devastating punchers. This was simply incredible. And Andre Ward said it to me just now in the ring. He's not the fastest. He's not the most talented. He's not the biggest puncher. He's not the biggest. He's not, he's none of those things. But he has the courage of his convictions. Virgil Hunter and Andre come up with a game plan. And it's easy to say this is what we're going to do. We hear a lot of fighters say it, particularly when you're fighting a knockout artist as fearsome as Sergey Kovalev. It's another thing to go in and do it, to take those risks, to shorten the distance between yourself and a puncher like that and get inside and go through that danger zone, to withstand those shots, to be able to shift the momentum of the fight. Body punching's a good idea, yeah, but it leaves you vulnerable. Do you have the guts to do it? Do you have the courage of your convictions? Andre Ward is not only totally prepared with a full arsenal, he has every tool in the toolbox, but he has the guts to use them all, even when it's scary for other fighters to do so. This was an amazing performance by the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
And maybe the most sophisticated of all superstar fighters in terms of understanding the wholeness of the game and all the things that you need to do to be great and to win fights. If you cover boxing for more than 30 years, as I have, as Max Kellerman has, as Roy Jones ultimately will do beyond the end of his boxing career, one of the things you learn above and beyond what lay fans might appreciate about the sport is that fighters will almost always tell you body punches hurt more than head punches. Body punches do more damage to you during the fight than head punches. Andre Ward won the first fight, contrary to the belief of a lot of people at ringside, because of body punches. In the last round tonight, 20 landed shots for Ward, of which 10 were body punches. They were the ones that made the difference, along with the big right hand, which gave Andre Ward his second consecutive win over Sergey Kovalev, which preserved.
So, please subscribe for those who are here. We got a lot of things going on. Just give you a little bit of a brief, news on what we're doing. Monday, we're going to be interviewing Adrian Broner and Mikey Garcia. We're going to the press conference. Tuesday, Gennady Golovkin and Canelo Alvarez. And we got, now where does Andre Ward go from here? He's talking about cruiserweight. And if you don't know, he was, hold on, let me cut this shit off. He's been talking about cruiserweight. Well, he's been talking about heavyweight for several years now, and nobody's believed him. Everybody's like, man, you ain't going to no heavyweight. But this is the way I look at it. I think Ward is going to take a layoff. We're probably not going to see him until maybe November or December. Word is going around that he will be signing, or he could be. Put it this way, I'm not going to say he will be. The word is, okay, let me stop fucking bullshitting and sugarcoating. The word is that Rock Nation is getting out of boxing. Their venture was not successful. Jay-Z didn't show up. Beyonce didn't show up. They didn't bring the Bayhive. They could have had Memphis Bleak or somebody there. I've got several photos from people that were there that was like, yo, it was just empty in there. Now, of course, when people say it's empty, they're like, yo, basically it's like 60, 70%. So, you know, I'm pissed because it's like, man, what the fuck could have been done different? This was a big fight, but the thing is, only to hardcore fans to an extent, you know? There was no casual love there. And I'm thinking like, man, you know, Jay-Z didn't gave up, you know? Beyonce gave birth. She could have gave birth in the back. Imagine if Beyonce would have gave birth in the Mandalay Bay. I'm just saying. Jay-Z wasn't going to show up, or Beyonce was going to show up, and she wasn't pregnant anyway. So for a fight like this, it just doesn't look like it was. It doesn't look like it's going to be a successful event. However, I am happy for main events in an extent. Bleak was there. Did he still have his do-rag? It was dead as fucking there. I've been hearing, man. I've been getting so many pictures. I'm not gonna show you the pictures. I've been getting pictures of shit. People that's like, yo, TstreeT, look, I'm over in such and such section. They giving me pants. I'm like, the fuck? But, you know, I just hope that this pay-per-view does better than the first one. The first one was said to be around 170,000 pay-per-view buys. For a fight of that magnitude, for what it meant to hardcore fans, you mean to tell me on 175,000 of us showed out? You know, the same people who are, you know, talking boxing about how much fighters should be making and all kind of shit like that. And you're not buying the fights? But at the same time, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Now, let me go check Adonis Stevenson Instagram. Adonis Stevenson has the only belt left in a 175-pound. Why is this motherfucker asking me, Serena Roberts, are you a female? If you're a female, I'm sorry, but we're not talking about basketball, lady. Let's go look at Adonis Stevenson Instagram, because after every Kovalev fight or every Ward fight, Adonis Stevenson likes to get on the gram with his WBC belt, looking all saucy and says, "Me the champ." You know, Kovalev. You know, he lost to Award. He lost to Purse Beat. Not ready to fight anybody. I'm Superman, baby. Right? Because now Adonis Stevenson can fight Kovalev, because Adonis Stevenson going to be A side over Kovalev. And main events is in a tough position, because it's like, where is Andre Ward going to get me? Where's Kovalev going to get another belt from if Andre Ward don't move up the cruiserweight? Then he's got to fight Adonis Stevenson. But I'm sure the WBC would make him the mandatory. So let's go look at Adonis Stevenson Instagram. I'm gonna crack the fuck up if he put a video out. He's like, "Yes, me, it's a Superman." Look, he put a photo out. He put a photo out. Congratulations, Andre Ward. This is what he said. Let's go to his shit. Let's go to his shit. We're gonna pull up on the screen. We're gonna pull it up on the screen. We're gonna pull it up on the screen. Let's go to his shit. He like, "Superman, baby." He like, "Kovalev, you ducked the first beat." That's all he keeps saying. Every interview, he said, "You know, I fight Kovalev, you ducked the first beat." Hold up, we're gonna pull this shit up on the screen. Let's go see what this motherfucker has to say. Let's go see what he has to say. This is our WBC champion of the world. Congratulations. I'm gonna speak in his voice. Congratulations, Andre Ward. Now it's time to unify the titles. You have no more excuses. The fans demand to fight. I'm Superman, baby. This was supposed to happen ever since I was in 168, now 175. Let's fight. What did he say on this one? Same shit. Talking shit. Talking shit. Talking shit. Fuck out of here, Adonis Stevenson. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of him, yo. So now it's just like, you know, because you know Andre Ward's an enigma. He'll fuck around and retire. But anyway, going back to what could be next for Andre Ward. The word on the curb is that he could be joining Top Rank Boxing. And it's credible because Top Rank Boxing has signed 2 J Prince fighters. J Prince is the manager of Andre Ward. I interviewed J Prince, and we talked about how Bryant Jennings heavyweight contender, signed or was going to sign with Top Rank. And this was several weeks ago, and news just came out that Brian Jennings, who is a Jay Prince fighter, has signed with Top Rank. So to not confuse you, to put it in layman's terms, Shakur Stevenson, Olympian, Brian Jennings, heavyweight, Andre Ward, beat Kovalev, are Jay Prince fighters. Shakur Stevenson signed with Top Rank about, what, 4 or 5 months ago? Brian Jennings just signed with Top Rank, not Rock Nation. He was with Rock Nation for like a few weeks. Just what? A few weeks ago, a couple weeks ago, last week it officially came out. And word is Andre Ward is going to be signing with Top Rank because Rock Nation is supposed to be, or rumored to be, done with boxing. So I think that's pretty credible because Rock Nation doesn't put on any solo events. Rock Nation is not trying to sign any fighters. Rock Nation don't even show up to Rock Nation and boxing events, except Yormark. They say he a vampire. You know, the guy, the white guy to be on the podium, the twin, they say he a van, a daywalker. But then again, nobody never seen him in the day. So, you know, whatever. So with Kovalev, what does he do? Now, for that promotional company run by all women, Main Events, and the beautiful and alluring and seductive Kathy Duvall, she didn't deserve this. Kovalev let her down. Yeah, Ward is a network free agent and likely a Rock Nation free agent. You know, so I'm wondering, like, how does this Kovalev loss hurt that promotional company? Because Kovalev is their #1 boxer. But also, I think it's safe to say that John David Jackson is done, right? With Kovalev, right? I think that they just kept him on for this fight, just, you know, just to keep him on, like, yo, we're going to ride out with you for this last fight to avoid any controversy. But I think John David Jackson is done. You know, I think he's done, yo. Like, he's looking so scared and timid in the corner. He be looking scared as shit in the corner. You know, and I watched the replay of Kovalev Ward, the first fight. And I think, no, is Ward contract over though? They said it was over after this fight, right? Wasn't it? John David Jackson shouldn't be in the same room if Kobe might try to kill him. Yeah, he be looking scared as hell. It just don't look like it's a comfortable situation. And now to lose this fight that way. And remember, Kovalev said on the fight game, right? I'm gonna play it in the background. This was some shit where he was talking about how you know, he don't listen to John David Jackson. He's just a trainer. He trains himself. That's why you lost, motherfucker. And you're getting beat to the body. Did you notice that fighters that be training themselves and shit, you know, don't really like be winning, or they be having fucked up shit happen? Remember Babet Shumanov. He's like, what is he? He's from the same, is he Kazakhstani and whatever? He's cruiserweight champion for Bernard Hopkins. You know, Babet Shumanov. He didn't have no trainer. So he'd be fighting. He'd be in his corner just quiet as shit, just in his head, giving himself directions. Like, that should be weird. Jay Prince fucks with Abe. Yeah, okay. But how would that Top Rank thing work out though? See what I'm saying? Since Top Rank pissed at HBO. But for those who don't know, Top Rank is rumored to be announcing something big on Monday, as far as an ESPN deal, ESPN ABC deal. I'm talking about like not like Friday Night Fights, bigger than Friday Night Fights, and what Premier Boxing Champions was supposed to be on ESPN, along those lines. But we don't know, you know, like no details. But we're gonna talk about that later on in the video because we gotta figure out what's gonna be next for Andre Ward, and we gotta talk about those low blows again, or what wasn't low blows. So let me put on the fight game. This is something that you need to listen to. This is from Kovalev. Let me make sure we get to it because it's a big deal. Because I'm thinking like, well, no wonder why you lost, bro. Like, you can't be fighting on this level like without a trainer, you know? How long is this? Okay, here it is right here. So listen to this shit. Hold on, listen to this crazy shit. So it's like, of course you lost, bro. You
With the judges unanimous
talking about your
decision,
trainer like that.
Ward, which has been quoted this time
Right back.
around saying, "I trust the judges." What does that mean?
I cannot not trust, you know, like what happened is happened. It's already history, you know, like I watched it forward and I look to forward and kick his ass, you know, and punish him. I have a new motivation to finish him before last bell of 12 rounds.
Roy Jones once said to me, if you are going to win half of a prize fight, win the second half, because the judges need the first half of the fight to look at it and figure out how they are going to score it. If Ward won the second half of the fight, and the judges very emphatically say that he did, was that because he made the right adjustments or because you got tired?
I got tired. Like after first minute of round number 5, power gun, energy gun, and I was empty, my speed lost, everything lost.
If, as you say, you overtrained for the fight, how big an adjustment did you make in this training camp?
My coach, Alexander Mikhailovich, he knows everything about conditioning. Everything was under his control, diet, workouts, heart rate. He just like a bell, stop me if he see that I do much more than I should to do. I feel that I can to do more, but he said, don't worry, you will do it in June 17. I brought a conditioning coach to help me build the right plan for this fight. John helped me with the meat.
That was low. That was low.
On time, like with the timing.
It was reported that John David Jackson had a conversation with Ward's attorney and manager about the possibility of leaving you and going to work as Virgil Hunter's assistant in this training camp. How did you feel about that?
Yes, I heard about this, and how I think that it's mind games, you know, of underworld. And they called him and like tried to get his to underworld camp.
So you were not angry at him?
No, I never been.
In the closing stages of the fight, there was a Russian gentleman in your corner who seemed to be doing all the talking to you. John David didn't talk much in the last few rounds of the fight, and you seemed to be listening to the Russian guy. Who was that guy, and is he still around?
This guy, yeah, he's still around. He's my friend. He very good see from the side what you should to do. He said me like some tactics before the fight, and I did it, and I knocked him down. But John don't say me something like right things between rounds. And 34, like I don't listen to John. But John was just working like on the meets. I do everything in my training camp myself. Everything.
So whatever decisions are made in this fight are made by Sergey Kovalev.
It's my personal fight against Underworld, and I wanna kick his ass myself. It's a big test for me. Can I do this myself? He didn't deserve to be champion in light heavyweight division, and I will do everything in the rematch to get my belts back. First fight, Underworld fight, Sergey Kovalev, but right now he's gonna fight Crusher.
Kovalev's comments underline one significant contrast in the fight, the apparent difference in teamwork and trust between his corner and that of Ward, who has been with trainer Virgil Hunter since childhood. Sometimes the first fight becomes such a compelling platform for promoting the rematch that the second fight gets more attention than the first, and the consensus expectation does call for another close fight. Few fighters were ever better at figuring out the decisive moves in a chess game than TFG's Bernard Hopkins. Here's his view of how the warfare plays out.
Last November.
Look at his face. This is you know, I'm gonna analyze this shit. I gotta see from another angle. But look at his face when he get hit. He felt that shit. But at the same time, where's his dick at? His dick on his stomach? Where's pipe at? But still, you know, okay. Okay. Kovalev's trunks were high. But this right here looks bad. This shit right here look bad. This shit look bad. But my dick ain't that low. But you can tell Kovalev is hurting. Can't you tell he hurting? Yeah, pause. Look at his fucking face. Look at his face. He fucked up. Yo, he is in a bad way, bro. See, from a distance, it don't look, you know, but at the same time, looking at him, no. Hmm. 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 Yeah, that's the lower abdomen. That is the lower abdomen. But in boxing, I'm looking at it, right? And I'm looking. Let me tell you where I'm looking at. Let me show you where I'm looking at. Let me show you where I'm looking at. Now, this is where I'm looking at. Like right here, in between, like the gloves, like basically right here. Now, we on some old CSI bullshit right now. We on some old CSI shit. Show the last 3 shots. Where am I going to get them from, bro? Relax. My only beef is to give him an 8 count. That is true. Now, that part is true. Kovalev should have took a knee, but the fact that he put it this way, even though he's tired as shit, yes, it should have been. I feel it should have been an 8 count. I do feel that way. But now look what Ward's pulling this shit from. You know what I'm saying? Look what he's pulling this shit from. You see the vein all in his neck. Now, of course, when you're seeing it, looks like it's low right here, right? But it's still in an upward motion. Yeah, we getting CSI with the shit. Oh, gosh. Now, automatically, you see, now watch Kovalev face. Watch Kovalev face. I would have been dead. Somebody hit me with that shit. I would have been dead. I would have been dead. Yeah, I would have been dead as shit. I would have been so dead. Oh, oh God, oh no. I would have been dead. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's enjoying this. Now, if you look in between, you can see like where the belt is. You see what I'm saying? You can see where the belt line is. You see? But right here, it's still going up. But the fact of the matter is, truth be told, I ain't gonna bullshit you. This shit look lower than a motherfucker. This is a low down dirty shame. This shit look lower than a motherfucker, yo. This shit look lower than a motherfucker. I can't lie. I can't lie. It's looking real bad. It's looking real bad. And remember, if you're watching the fight, Tony Weeks wasn't on this side. He wasn't on this side. Now, am I thinking that Ward's doing this shit intentionally? No, I don't think he's doing it intentionally. I just thought he was like, man, I'm going to put all my heart in these fucking body shots, man. That's what I think. But the shit looks bad, yo. The shit look. Push water on his crotch. Remember that shit with Virgil Hunter? What was that between rounds 9 and 10 for the first show? I mean, for the first fight? Kovalev with some water on his crotch. He's pour some water on his crotch. That shit looks bad. It's like he said, ouch, too. Looked like Kovalev said, ouch. That shit will put anybody down, yo. That shit will put anybody down. That shit will put anybody down. And look, you see the fucking bicep shit. Look at this shit. Look, that's not his arm transformed. His arm transformed for that. Now look, now see what Kovalev is. He's feeling it right now. That shit's stuck. That shit's stuck. I'm surprised Kovalev didn't go flying out the ring. So I'm looking. You probably can't see the view I'm seeing, but it looks like his cheeks are inflated. Like it just took all the air out of his body. It looked like it took all the air out of his body. It looked like it took all the air out that poor man. It looked like it took all the air out of him, yo. But this is the sport of boxing. Kovalev, on his part, he should have took a knee. Maybe he was thinking that the referee saw it and was going to, you know, break them in the favor of, you know, as far as Tony Weeks is concerned, you know. As far as he's concerned, he should have given Kovalev an 8 count, especially in a fight like this. But however, before the body shot, before this seemingly low blow, because that shit looked low. Before this low blow, he was beating the shit out of Andre Ward to the body. I mean, Andre Ward was beating the shit out of him to the body. So we're going to watch this a few more times because we got to, you know, this shit looked crazy. So I guess maybe Tony Weeks saw the expression on his face and he was like, oh yeah, shit, you done. You see what I'm saying? Maybe that could be the case. And if you can look where Tony Weeks comes in from, he can't see that shot is low. He can't see that it's low. He can't see that it's low where he's coming in from. You see what I'm saying? A whole bunch of gold rings like Sonic the Hedgehog. As soon as Ward hit him, all these gold rings came out. The shit looks bad, man. The shit looks bad. The shit, how can we argue with the replay? How can we argue with that? But at the same time, listen, this is boxing. You see what I'm saying? Roy Jones said it. He said that, you know, if you feel somebody hitting you low, then hit him back low. But at the same time, that's the way it is. You know, like Sonic the Hedgehog, like when he fucking hits some shit, or hit some spikes, the rings just pop out. But this is boxing. This is the sport of boxing. You know, so low blows and not, you lost. So if you really, really want to blame somebody, Tony Weeks should have gave him the 8 count. But Kovalev, high enough ring IQ, if your ring IQ is high enough, take a knee. But at the same time, maybe he was thinking that, oh, Tony Weeks saw this. Tony Weeks, the referee. Maybe he think, what was the post-fight press conference? I don't know. I was looking for it. It's happening. It's going on right now. So right now in the post-fight press conference, Andre Ward is being harassed about the low blows. He's being harassed. So we're going to hang out a little longer. This is only going to be a 2-hour video because I'm going to make some good money off this video. TstreeT got me some money. Going all these fights and shit's expensive. So wait. Andre Ward right now is at the post-fight press conference. They harassing the shit out of him about the low blows. So once again, the angle that Tony Weeks is coming in from, by the time he got over there, that last shot was already delivered, and he's seeing Kovalev like, oh! He's like, oh, goddamn! And Tony Weeks like, oh yeah, you done. He beating the shit out to the body. Not saying that could potentially be a low blow. Now remember, referees are trained to be able to spot that shit immediately. You see what I'm saying? So you could say the referee was letting Ward get away with like shit, but at the same time, put it this way, right? Even though he didn't do it the last fight, right? What's that shit called? When sports teams play each other, when you go over like the game plan, like not the tail of the tape or the keys to victory, whatever. But one thing on that list would be like, okay, well, Andre Ward will hit you in the balls. Andre Ward is kind of known to be to be dirty, right? So you should expect shit like that if Andre Ward has a reputation out there of people saying he can be a dirty fighter. Then, you know, if you expect for him to hit, if you expect him to be a dirty fighter, right? Even though he didn't do it the last fight, then he's going to try some different shit this fight and try to punch you in the balls. Kovalev should have punched his balls back. Not then, but earlier in the video. I mean, earlier in the fight. No, it wasn't a strategy. It wasn't a strategy. You know, I forgot what it's called. You know, I forgot what it's called. But like I said, looking at this, you know, if you want to blame somebody, you know, for a fight of this magnitude, even though Kovalev was slowing down and Ward was starting to take over, you got to give, you know, these champions a standing 8 count. But however, those body shots, even we're just looking at the last shot, right? We were just looking at the last shot, right? But those other 2 before that, we're going to find them. I'm going to find them for you. I want to find that whole sequence, but it's got to be in that same quality in slow motion so we can analyze it. Those shit will make, listen, as I said, well, he probably pissing blood now. So as I said, like you take those type of body shots, and I said it earlier in the video, and just thinking about it makes me cringe. I've pissed blood before, yo. That's no good. That's no good. So the body shots that Ward was hitting him with, and then throughout the fight, Ward was going more to the body. That shit hurts, man. So just because you're not taking continuous headshots, you know, you're taking continuous body shots, the referee like, oh yeah, you know, and then Kovalev was taking those 3. He took those 3 stiff ones when Ward was like just, you know, holding them in there. And Kovalev wasn't throwing any punches back. So I'm doing my best to look at it from all angles and to talk to you guys and to give you my logic. So my logic is not like I'm just saying shit. I'm giving you logic. I'm explaining why I feel the way I feel. So let's go look at it again. We'll look at it again. We're going to look at it again. Look at it again. No, let's look at it from a distance first and then zoom in. Yeah, I'm giving logic. I'm not just saying stuff. You know, I'm trying my best to look at it from all different ways so I can see what people saying, yeah, it's low. But at the same time, me watching so much boxing that I do, I see shit like this all the time. All the time. So I look at how it could have been avoided. Now, also, this is the end of a combination, a 3-punch. He was throwing the same 3 punches in that combination of body shots. So, you know, in that last punch, Ward may not look where he's at. He may not know it's low, but at the same time, you know, boxers know where to land their punches. On Tony Weeks' end, he should have gave Kovalev a standing 8. On Kovalev's end, he should have took a knee. So I can see from all three sides on like how things could have went differently. But regardless of the fact, before this, Kovalev was having some issues. He was having some issues in there. He got hit with 3 low blows. You don't know about the other 2. Don't reach, because we're going to go look at the other 2. Don't reach. We know about this one. This one looks bad. And this was the last one, which is the most meaningful one. But at the same time, like I said, you know, Kovalev's trunks were high. So lower those trunks just maybe 2 centimeters. Would that punch have been low? Just saying. But yeah, that shit like it hurt, man. No standing 8. Okay, true, because there were other punches before that. There were the 2 punches before this. And remember when Kovalev was on the shaky legs when Ward hit him with that right hand. That looks like a clear low blow. Well, you can't say it looks clear because look at the, okay, can y'all see my mouse cursor? Y'all can see it, right? So you see where the belt line starts at, right? Now use some common sense and logic, right? Right. Now I've watched all kind of 9/11 documentaries and shit. You know, so I be analyzing shit. So I'm looking like, well, you know, how could the fucking plane, right, come from this angle, right, and then go directly into the building, but then the wings just don't break off. So basically, look, what I'm saying is, look right here. Look right here. Look at this. Look at this. You see what I'm saying? So you can say, you know, okay, well, where's the belt line under here? Now, what I'm looking at is I'm looking at the whole blow sign, right? So let's zoom in a little bit. 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 Now, look at the anguish on this man's face. He is hurt. He is hurt. Look at the anguish on his face. He's like, ah! He is hurting right now. Okay. So, let's use some physics. I know we need some X-ray technology. We gotta digitally remove his fucking arm. How can we digitally remove his arm? We need to remove this shit, yo. We need to remove this fucking arm, yo. But using some physics. Let's use some physics, right? Let's use it. Let's use the Frederick Koo. You cooling for white folks. What? Who's this guy? You're new around here. Let's look at some physics. Look at some physics, right? Right? It's still in the upward motion. His arm is still in the upward motion. But right here, I'm looking, you know, I'm looking. I'm like, man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But at the same time, as I said, I see so many fights, man. I watch so many fights. So I see shit happen like this all the time. And it's like, if a fight gets stopped like that, it gets stopped like that because there's no like real penalty for like low blows for real, unless there's some real major politics going on. And truth be told, his shorts is up. Yeah, they are up. They are up. That's what I'm saying. They are up. It looks bad, but the thing is, we can't determine. There's no way we can determine this shit. And remember, his shorts, his trunks were high. Kovalev always wear high trunk. And also, when you bend over like this, if you ever had boxing trunks on before and all this, those shits rise up. Especially when you bend in and shit. When you bend over like that, those shits rise up. But even now, as the punch is sticking, it was still going up. So it's right on the belt. Look right here. That shit is, Now try to use some common sense. The shit is right on the belt. Like, look at the O. And remember, the shorts is rising up. You can, like, you know, so we getting CSI with the shit. We getting CSI with the shit. All I'm saying is that, you know, this is what we have technology for. Yo, where's my mods at? Why y'all letting people come in talking to me like this? They ain't coming in talking to me like this. So listen, this is where it's at. I'm looking. That shit seems like right there, you know, just right there on the line, man. That shit seems like right there on the line. Like, this is what we have technology for. Let's zoom out. Now, this was the ending blow. This was the ending blow. This was the ending blow. Shout out to this guy, Street Fight Blanco. Give him a follow. Get some follows, brother. Give this guy a follow. Shout out to that guy. You know, this was the ending blow. Zoom in a little bit. Then let's watch it in full motion. Let's watch it in full motion. That's a ball shot. Well, that's one thing too. When that cup, when you get hit in the cup and that cup press up against you, that shit hurt. That shit hurt. So let's okay, let's start from right here. Look where he brought this shit from now. Look where he brought this shit from. So Kovalev is already bent over. His shorts are risen up a little bit. You can see right here, right? His hobo sign is distorted. You know, we getting CSI. We getting CSI. We getting CSI. Okay? I'm going to slow motion. So it's looking like it's on that side hip-ish area. And I'm looking at, now let's get some CSI shit. I'm looking at the anatomy of the motherfucking human body. Right? Right? But whatever. Fuck it. What can be done? The shit's over. If it was a low blow or not, you know, hey, listen, it's over. But that shit looks scary though. I don't want to get hit with, I don't want to get hit with no shit like that, man. But that's one thing that hurts. If you ever want to cut before you got hit in that shit, when that shit presses up against you. Now look where the glove ends at. Look where the glove ends at. Look where the glove ends at. This is Ward's glove right here. Look where the glove ends at. Look where the glove ends at. Now, Kovalev at this point in time is bent over. Bent over a barrel. I don't know, man. Oh, wow. Let me tell you, don't you know the promoter of Sergey Kovalev main events just put out a press release saying that Kovalev was defeated by low blows? Let's read this shit. They put out a press release. Sergey Kovalev TKO by low blows. Andre SOG Ward versus Sergey Kovalev Crusher 2 official results. Let me look at these photos. I want to see some photos. I want to see some photos now, guys. Let's play this again. Let me see if I can pull up some photos for you. I think the official photos are out. Post-fight presser. Let's see if we can get the press conference. The press conference should be over by now. I want to hear what they got to say. Hold on, I'm looking at some photos. These photos are not good enough to see. Meaning, okay, here. Let me pull up this one photo for you. Let me see. We're going to pull it up. Let me take that off. Let me pull this one photo for you. Let me pull a photo. But yeah, man, listen. To fight, I mean, listen. It's nothing that can be done. You know, that shit is done. That shit is done. So if you say it's low blows or not, you could be mad at Andre Ward, but at the same time, Andre Ward is now the winner of 2 straight fights over Kovalev, and he won the second one by stoppage. Whether you say they're low blows or not, it's over. It's over. You know, you're beating a dead horse, beating the shit out that dead ass horse. That horse is pulp. So let's go. Let's look at this photo. Screen share. I don't think this. I'm going to find a better photo because this is not good enough. But I want you to see like the anguish on this brother's face. I'm gonna wait for the next photo. I'm gonna look for the next photo package. I'm sure some more photos are coming out. So we need to see. Let me see. So what we need to see is the camera people, not these camera people. We need to see the camera angles from this side and from this other side of the ring, on this side over here. You know? Look at the anguish on his face. What, anybody who gets hit like that and looking like that, anybody who's looking like that in that much pain is a brother of mine. I feel for him, yo. Look at him. Look at him. This guy's hurting. This is a cold world. This is a cold world. You know? This is a cold world. Oh, they're about to throw hands. But throw hands. And still. But it's like this. I understand if y'all want to say that it's low blows, whatever the case may be. I mean, no matter how you slice it, guys, it's over. You know? It's over. They said the shorts were high. I mean, the shorts were high. Like, but at the same time, that is a strategy for a smart trainer and a smart boxer. Believe it or not. You know? So, son of Tony Weeks. So it's like, once again, now, where does Kovalev go from here? I'm sure that the WBC would love to make him the mandatory for Adonis Stevenson. But it's like, you got Kovalev, you got Ward talking about moving up to cruiserweight. We don't know if he's going to fight at, we don't know. Ward is an enigma. We don't know what he's going to do. We don't know what Ward's going to do. You know, Ward can be like, well, you know, I did everything I need to do in my career. I'm going to retire. You know, because I don't think we're going to see Ward until like December or so. But at the same time, I understand that this pay-per-view doesn't look like it's going to be a success, but he's better ride this momentum. I'm just upset, man. Like, I hope this pay-per-view was successful. It was so much controversy with this fight. Shit's got to be successful, right? It'd be a goddamn shame if this fight's not successful, yo. It'd be a goddamn shame. How long have we been here? We've been here for an hour, right? We've been here for an hour. So, let's go look and see if we can look at those other two shots. Let's see if we can look at that last ending combination. So, okay, so this has been going on at the post-fight press conference. Andre Ward has been getting harassed about low blows. And people are calling Sergey Kovalev making excuses. Igor Clemens, the manager of Kovalev, just put out a tweet saying, proud of my friend Crusher Kovalev. Several low blows and an incompetent referee gave Andre Ward the victory tonight. Damn, they riding on Tony Weeks. They're probably going to try to sue him. They're probably going to try to sue him. So what we're doing is we want to see the other. Attendance for Ward versus Kovalev was 10,592. What does the Mandalay Bay hold for a boxing event? I don't know, man. So what I'm doing now is I'm looking for some I'm looking for, there we go. Agreed, Paulie Malignaggi, 100% the ref robbed us. I mean, okay, it seems as though Tony Weeks is going to take it seems as though Tony Weeks is not only going to take the fall for this, but he's taking the fall for this now. Mandalay Bay hosts 28,000? No, for a boxing event. What? So it looks like Tony Weeks is going to be the fall guy for this, for not giving Kovalev, you know, the 8 count. That's what it's starting to look like. You know, I mean, is that fair, I guess? You know, I mean, somebody got to take the blame. Somebody got to take the blame, right? Hold on. I'm looking for those photos. I'm looking for either photos or video. You know, I'm looking for in colors. I mean, I'm looking for, there we go. Is this it? Because we got to see it from that angle. We got to see it from that angle. Bro, you saw it already. Who y'all talking to? No, what? Why do people just come here talking random shit? That shit, I'm sorry. That shit looks bad to see. Okay. So, let's listen to this. Oh, that's from yesterday. I thought that was from the post-fight press conference. So remember when Kovalev told Ward at the final press conference, and you get prepared. He wasn't prepared. He gassed out. He wasn't prepared. He gassed out. So I guess that John David Jackson's and Sergey Kovalev's, put it this way, do you think that it's time for John David Jackson and son of Tony Weeks? Y'all motherfuckers is dumb. Do you think that it's time for Kovalev and John David Jackson to depart? Do you think that maybe Kovalev needs like a hard trainer, because he says he's training himself? You know, he says that John David Jackson is just there. Like, what does Kovalev like do? Honestly, hands down, Ward is pound for pound. Like, I look like people are gonna bitch about these low blows, but yo, that's not how boxing works. It's nothing gonna be done. You know, but like I said, I do admit that last one looks bad. But doing my little CSI shit, I'm like, yo, that shit looks like it's right on the belt line, especially since Kovalev is bent over. And Ward, it was the up. Listen. Yes, John David Jackson is a poor trainer. He needs a Kirkland trainer. I mean, but Kovalev is a son of a bitch, though. You know, he's not the type of person that's going to have a trainer telling him to do some shit. You know, he's probably out drinking vodka right now. So there's just so many questions, man. So many questions. But there won't be a trilogy. Oh, that shit is done. That shit is done. There's not going to be no Ward Kovalev 3. That shit is dead. You know, unless if that shit happens, that means Kovalev's got to work his way up through the rankings and shit. That shit is done. Yeah, we see us start that shit. You know, I mean, it's I don't know what else more. You know, what else is there more to see? You know, so Kovalev needs to put it this way: Kovalev and main events is not in an A-side situation anymore. So if they decide to go the Donna Stevenson route, then they got to fight a Donna Stevenson on, you know, Showtime or some shit, regular Showtime. You haven't mentioned the shot to the chin. Yeah, I did. We talked about that already. But the shot to the chin wasn't really, put it this way, the shot to the chin, yes. That may have played a part into what Tony Weeks was seeing as far as, you know, like, oh, Kovalev hurt. And then Andre Ward just started going hard to the body. And as I said, the angle that Tony Weeks was on, he couldn't see if that shot was low or not. Also, Ward's glove was kind of in, like Kovalev's glove was kind of blocking it. But at the same time, if it was a low blow, from what I see, for what I've seen and what I'm watching, you know, if it was a low blow, it was barely a low blow. It wasn't like what we come on. Do we have to go look at it again? It was not just a full blatant low blow. That shit is debatable whether it was a low blow or not. It looks bad. It looks bad to the untrained casual boxing fan eye. Get out of here, Donald Trump. It looks bad, but don't know, man. It's not like there's no, like the same shit that we just watched is the same shit they're going to use at research, unless they got some old panorama fucking 365 super camera where they can zoom in and get in between the gloves and shit and be like, yeah, that shit was low. It was on the belt line. So it's like this. You can call it a borderline low blow. You can call it a borderline clean shot. But it's not, this shit is debatable. It's debatable. It's debatable. It's debatable. It looks bad, period. It was below the belt. But what? How? Oh, you're going to make me do it again, right? Oh, you're going to make me do it again. How much time we got left? We got some time. You're going to make me do it again, huh? You're going to be a son of a bitch. You're going to make me do it again. You're going to be a son of a bitch. You're going to make me do it again. But all right, I understand. I understand. So let's go back. Let's go back and look at it again. Let's go back. And let's zoom in. Now, looking at it in full motion, and before we slow it down, because we really got to watch it in slow motion. Zoom in. Now, the punch hasn't connected yet. The punch has not connected yet. This is just before it connects. This is just before it connects. But either way, remember, none of this shit matter because it don't matter. So all you can do is be mad at Andre Ward and call it and say, well, you hit him with low blows and everything. But truth be told, in boxing, none of this shit don't matter. Remember, I watch hundreds of fights a year. None of this shit don't matter. How am I being biased? I'm giving logic. Don't come here talking shit, faceless profile. Being biased is if I'm going with Ward and just say, no, it wasn't a low blow. I'm debating and I'm giving logic on why I feel It was not a low blow. So being biased would be like, no, it wasn't low. It wasn't low, and I'm not, you know, even arguing with you, or I'm not trying to prove a point. So don't be just throwing words around here, yo. Don't be just throwing words around here thinking I'm just some fucking uneducated clown. You're not going to be throwing terms around here, you know, if you're not using them in their proper context. So listen. Now, the punch is connected at this point in time. The punch is connected at this point in time. So once again, Kovalev is bent over. His shorts are risen up a little bit, and his waistline is now. This part is this is thick, but this is risen up. Now look where the glove is, right? Look where his shorts and his legs are. This looks more like on the thigh to the side. But however, I can see how this shit looks bad. And yes, T.Y., the fight wasn't stopped because of one punch. He was taking abuse before this. So look where the punch ends at, right? Now, it slides over a little bit. And let's go back. Let's let it play through all the way. Now it looked like it's up to no good. Before it starts getting close, it looks like it's going straight for the fucking pipe, yeah. It looked like it's up to no good, right? That shit don't look, yeah, it's scary. Let's go again. That shit look like it's up to no good. And stop it right there. So it's safe to say that Kovalev's belt line would be about right here or so, I guess. Safe to say, especially if you follow it around. Now, this right here is the little ruffle pieces that's on it. But let's say if you follow this around, you know, be like right here. We can see a side with it. We can see a side with it. We can see a side with it. Ward's glove is still moving up. Let's pause it again a little bit. Right? Now you see the glove, right? Now where this part of the glove is, looks low. Because he's hunched over. Can we zoom in some more? Because he's hunched over. Well, it looks bad. Really, really bad. But once again, who do you really blame? Do you blame Andre Ward? Do you blame Tony Weeks for not giving Kovalev an 8 count? Do you blame Kovalev for not taking a knee? Who do you blame? Who do you blame? Now look what a punch ends at. Obviously, when it hits, it slides a little bit. But look what a punch ends at. It's in here. Kovalev is turned a little bit. Let's zoom out so you get a better perspective. So from a distance, right? From this distance, it don't look low. But when you zoom in, it looks low. But at the same time, this is boxing. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. So once again, yeah, it's the thigh to me, but at the same time, the thigh can be considered low. But once again, who do you blame? Truth be told, the last person you should blame is Andre Ward. Because the referee should have gave Kovalev an 8 count, and Kovalev and/or should have took a knee. If you have a ring IQ enough. If I'm the trainer, right, and I see Kovalev gassing out, I'm like, yo, he gonna get knocked the fuck out. It's like, yo, take a knee. Like, fighters don't be taking knees for some reason. Taking a knee will help the shit out of you. You know, taking a knee will extend the shit out your time. So even if you look in, let's zoom in. Even if you look in this area, you can see a little bit of the belt line, and where this is the ring rope right here. This is the ring rope. That's not Ward's glove. It's the ring rope, and it's a little distorted, but it's his glove too. Let's go look at it one more time. This guy knew it was coming. He knew it. Okay. Now watch. Glove still going up. Glove still going up. Glove still going up. Glove still going up. And it scrapes off to the side. Now remember, because of the distortion right here, we can't tell if this is really connecting or not. We don't know if it's hit, but I do notice that the punch was still going. It was still going. Now, with the way Kovalev's body is, where did this punch really land? Because the way like he's turned and the angle, where did it really land? So we need another camera angle, right? We need another camera angle. Anybody that's ever won a cup? Yeah, well, see, put it this way. That's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, I'm not saying that it's not low. I'm not saying that it is low. I'm saying that the shit looks fucked up, but at the same time, in boxing, it just doesn't work like that. And also, Kovalev was on his way out from an accumulation of punches, and he was gassed out. So once again, who do you blame? I blame Tony Weeks. I blame Tony Weeks. Should have gave an 8 count. And then second, I blame Kovalev because he should have took a knee. And then third, Andre Ward, because truth be told, we don't know if Andre Ward meant to do that. And also, when you are a body puncher, or more so us knowing that we've never seen Ward as this aggressive as a body puncher, who knows? Maybe he wasn't meaning to do that shit. The post-fight press conference up. Let me go check real quick. Let me check. We're not going to watch the whole post-fight press conference. We're going to be getting out of here in what time did it start? We're going to get out here in about. Let's go see if the post-fight press conference is up first from the source that I have. I'm not watching nobody else's shit. I'm not watching nobody else's shit. So let me go. I'm checking to see if I have it first. Nope, I don't have it yet. I don't have it yet. So let me see if it's on here. I think Adonis Stevenson. I think Ward Adonis Stevenson needs to happen. But what network would it happen on? It would have to happen on HBO. It would have to happen on HBO. That's the only thing, you know. It would have to. Oh! I think we got a picture. I think we got. Oh no, that's not a clear one. This is what Lou DiBella posted. Hope this manufacturer controversy isn't used. What is that? Use an excuse to run again. I can't imagine who'd want to see it. Please, no Ward Kovalev. 3. I mean, truth be told, do you want to see Ward Kovalev 3? Let's be honest. Do you want to see Ward Kovalev 3? Let's be honest. I'm done with it. I'm done with it for now. You know, on Kathy Duva, I never seen a guy get knocked out with a low blow until tonight. I'm done with it. You know, Kovalev's got some building to do. I'm done with it. You know, like it's like I'm done. And the thing is, you know, these they know this already. Promoters, Kovalev, they know, like, yeah, we done. You know, we done. So we can bitch and complain and everything. And like I said, I'm not saying that they don't have like a valid point. I'm not saying, remember, listen, looking at this shit the way I'm looking at it right now, that shit looks fucked up. But the thing is, you can't really determine, put it this way, right? We did our CSI. We've done our CSI. And with our CSI, the shit looks bad. The shit looks bad. Yeah, the first fight was a classic. This one, it was a masterclass by Ward. But either way, Andre Ward was putting a whooping on Kovalev. And Kovalev is, I know the post-fight press conference is up, but where am I going to watch it? I'm not going to put up somebody else's fucking shit on my channel when they have their fucking logo on my channel. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It makes no sense. Use your noodle, bro. Use your noggin. So, the first fight was a classic to me. That was a chess match. You can't deny it. No, put it this way. It's not that put it this way. A third can't happen now. Not now. Kovalev's got some shit he's got to do. There's no marketing the third fight. How can you market the third fight? You have to market off the low blows and more controversy and shit. You know, but yo, that like they gotta go Kovalev's gotta go another route and earn his way back. Yes, majority feel he won the first fight. But when it comes to the second fight, the shit is done. You know, he's got to earn his way back. So it's like this, to earn his way back, now he's got to go to Stevenson. But the thing is, he's not A-side. So no matter how you slice it, right? When it comes to a negotiation table, when it comes to negotiations, you have 2 losses on your record, 2 back-to-back losses. They don't care how you lost it. They don't care if you was robbed or not. You got 2 L's on your record when it comes to negotiations. So he's got to fight Stevenson or move up in weight, because he ain't getting no Andre Ward unless he's made a mandatory. But then he's already saying moving up to cruiserweight. He'll probably drop the belts, move it to cruiserweight. You can't market another because he's stealing. Who is stealing? Superman has a WBC. Yes, duh. Kova's told, yeah, he's B-side against he don't have no, for one, he lost 2 straight fights. And he don't have no belt. You know? So Kovalev's got some building to do. And it's like, does he take a long layoff? I think it's safe to say that John David Jackson is done. Right? Who would he get as a trainer, especially if he's talking about he don't listen to his trainer? You might as well hire any fucking body. Remember, he was with Abel Sanchez, Golovkin's trainer at one point in time. So he might as well just hire some fucking Joe Smo off the street if you're not going to listen to him. If you're going to have your homie giving you directions in the corner. Kovalev versus Joe Smith can happen. HBO would pick that shit up. That's a way to start. Kovalev versus the winner of Joe Smith versus Shorty Monaghan. He's going to start building his way back up. You know, but I think John David Jackson's got to go. Oh, here's something important. Let me show you this, guys. Let me show you this. Hold on. Let me show you something. I'm going to show you where Tony Weeks was, and the fact that he couldn't see. Hold on, I'm going to pull up on the screen in a minute. That he couldn't see the low blows. Okay. I'll pull this up right here. Here. Right here. You see what Tony, you see what Weeks is, right? Now we got to get a better version of this because it's not clear enough to see what the punches is landing. Now he's looking. Kovalev's arm is in the way. Ward versus David Haye. I mean, if he ever was to test the waters at heavyweight, he would have to start with a smaller heavyweight like that. Because even though Ward is bigger than he used to be, I'm not Ward. David Haye used to be a 210-pound heavyweight. You know, when he fought Klitschko, at that point in time, that was the biggest he had been, about 220 or so. You know, or above. I forgot exactly what the weight was. But now he's like a 235-pound, 235-pound heavyweight. You know, so he would have to start on the smaller side. You know, he does have the height, but he's got to put on a lot of, like, muscle, you know? So, just saying, man. Ward Bellew? Possible. 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 But that fight would only be big in the UK. Would Ward go over to the UK? Here, listen to this.
Still having a hard time processing what I just witnessed. I saw some. Good evening, everyone. I'm still having a hard time processing what I just witnessed. I saw someone who should have been disqualified get his hand shut up. Good evening.
Also, that's what you can't do. That's what you can't do. Like when you like being like media, you can't be like. You got to be quiet in situations like that, you know? Like, no matter what your opinion is, you can't be like, well, Andre Ward won. Like, how do you, you know, that's just not cool to me. So this is a post-fight press conference, so obviously there's media there. But of course, there's Ward homies who support us too, because other people be back there too. But yeah, we're gonna listen to it. Yeah, Kathy up there representing. She pissed.
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, there's a lot of media Andre Ward fans there. You know, that's not like I look at it like this. Like when you, I don't think that shit's right, in my personal opinion. But hey, man, do what you want to do. Do what you want to do.
Good evening, everyone. I'm still having a hard time processing what I just witnessed. I saw someone who should have been disqualified get his hand shut up.
Yeah, she pissed. She's representing. She was definitely representing. Yeah, but that's what it is. What I learned is like people like what I learned is like they think that shit's cool just to align themselves with the boxer. And they don't, I mean, I guess, I don't know, maybe because my aspirations for boxing media is different, I guess. You know, we're only going to be here for another 12 minutes, guys. You know, maybe because my aspirations for boxing media are different, but I would never align myself with a boxer. You know, that shit would be embarrassed if I'm there, you know, and I'm supposed to be a reporter, and I'm like, oh, my homie won. You know, that shit is whack. But, you know, I guess, what can main events the promotional company of Sergey Kovalev, what can they do? It's nothing they can do. There's not going to be no investigation into this shit. There's not. They money not that long. They money not. You know, it's nothing they can do. It's nothing they can do. You know, so they just got to understand. You know, they just got to go and just, you know, with Kovalev and just sit down with him, you know, and just come up with a plan. Well, Heyman and Rock Nation actually made a fight. Heyman and Rock Nation made a fight today. Moises Flores, he's an out Heyman fighter. Guillermo Rigondeaux, Rock Nation. So yeah, you know, they have been, and they made another fight, a small fight on Ward Kovalev 1. You know, so yes, our Heyman fighters are fighting, you know, on Rock Nation cards. Lara versus Cotto 2 for the super belt. We're not talking about any other fights. This is Ward Kovalev. Show a picture of Tony sets the what? Show a picture where Tony sets the verification point, beginning the fight. It was toward the part of the belt line. I can't go back and find that right now. It's all on camera. There's a sugarcoating the low blows, borderline blatant robbery. I mean, it's like this, man. Like, how much boxing? I watch a lot of boxing. So I get what y'all saying. It's like, you know, but at the same time, it's like, yo. Like, Roy Jones said it best. He's like, well, if you feel that he's hitting you low, then you want to hit him low back, then something happened. You know? Like, but like I said, if there was anybody you blame Tony Weeks first because you should have gave it 8 count. But however, Kovalev was getting his ass whooped that round before the low blows. He was getting his ass whooped. That's the first time I've ever seen Kovalev hurt. Before, that's the first time I've seen Kovalev hurt before he had went to the ropes and Andre Ward started digging him on the body. Remember, he did a little crazy little dance move when Ward hit him. He did a crazy little dance move, you know? He was busting a move up there. Hey, TstreeT, you streamed this fight for free. Fuck out of here, nigga. I paid for it on my Instagram. Somebody ban him. Go look at my Instagram. Somebody ban him. Get him out of here. You can't rewind and fast forward, buddy. On the stream, bro. You can't rewind and fast forward, buddy. Somebody get him out of here. Thank you. Anyway, I look at it like this. Like, you can bitch and complain all you want, but in boxing, it just don't work like that. Now, already people are coming up with conspiracy theories, man. They paid off Tony Weeks. Get out of here, man. They paid off Tony Weeks. What did they say? Hey, Tony, I'm going to hit him low. And if I hit him low, you turn the other cheek. What type of sense does that make? Like, and remember, Tony, when it comes to that last shot, make sure you call it. I'm going to hit him low, Tony, for that last shot. TW. I'm going to hit him low, TW. It's going to be one shot in round 8. I'm going to hit him low, and you call it, Tony. You call it. That shit don't make no sense, guys. But however, I can understand, like, main events, Kathy Duvitz and all them. I can understand they're pissed because Kovalev is their cash cow. You know, he is their money. You know? Also, I'm seeing several different tweets and everything saying, you know, Kovalev is not the one bitching. They're saying he just on some chill shit. They saying that, you know, he like, well, you know, it is what it is. He like, fuck it. He probably gonna go take a layoff, drink some vodka. Both of them probably gonna take a layoff. You know, having 2 fights in 6 months for boxers, that'd be rough sometimes. Especially 2 high-profile fights that involve press tours. What's next for Kovalev? Yo, they got to go back to the drawing board. So, you know, the winner of Joe Smith, Shawnee Monaghan, and then move up and then fight, you know, move to the next level and then fight Adonis Stevenson. I think that's the logical, you know, route to go. But the problem is he's going to be B-side with Adonis Stevenson and main events and Kovalev. They have to come to terms with the fact that, damn, they have no leverage. They have no leverage, yo. The son of Weeks. they have no leverage. You know? What was that? Was that my phone? Yeah, they have no leverage, bro. So it's like, what do? Yeah, they B-side with everybody. They B-side. They like, I mean, are they B-side over Joe Smith? You know, they B-side because once again on paper, they lost 2 straight fights. When one of them is by stoppage, no matter how you slice it. You don't go to the negotiating table and be like, well, you know, he lost 2 fights. That first one was a robbery, so, you know, we don't really count that. And you don't look at the second fight and be like, well, you know, that were low blows. You're like, well, listen, hey, 2 fights. He lost 2 fights. I don't give a fuck how you slice it. He don't got no belts. He can't be going around. Y'all can't be going around making no demands and shit. We got 5 minutes left, guys. We got 5 minutes left. They set up so much better bootleg ass school you used to be in. Whatever. But yeah, teacher, can you please make a follow-up video how many times Kovalev got hit? Well, see, no, I'm going to do my follow-up video tomorrow, you know, because I got to watch the post-fight press conference in full. And basically what happens is more news of shit is going to start coming out over the next, like, several hours and shit. So starting on Mondays, I'm going to be doing a podcast, you know, in July. Basically, I'm going to start, you know, a few weeks or a week before I go to Broner Garcia. You know, so Mondays is when like a lot of the news, you know, comes out. You know, so or when there's a wrap up of everything. You know, so we don't know, man. Play back the soul stealing right hand. I don't have it. I gotta go find it. And plus I don't want to get copyright. I don't want to get copyright. You know, Tony, we should be on probation. I mean, but y'all acting like it was just one shot that stopped Kovalev. He was getting his ass beat that round. He was getting his ass beat. Oh, that's what that was. He was getting his ass beat that round. So the entire fight, Ward didn't hit Kovalev with any low blows. I didn't say that. Don't come here. I don't know you, bro. Don't come in and put words in my mouth, bro. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. See, y'all motherfuckers still drunk, huh? Y'all motherfuckers still drunk. Coming out here trying to take y'all frustrations out on me. I didn't hit Kovalev in the balls. Don't come and take your frustrations out on me and putting words in my mouth. You got to show the ref that you want to fight. You're true. True. He's getting his ass beat. I mean, yeah, he was getting his ass beat. You know, you're talking about all the low blows, like once again, what was y'all watching though? Was y'all able to watch and rewind? And also, have you watched the fight twice? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay my black ass down after this stream is over. I'm going to watch the fight again. I'm going to watch the post-fight press conference. And then I'm going to watch the fight again. And I'm going to be analyzing that shit and zooming in and everything. And I'm going to fucking be looking. The Kovalev gassed out. They said by the 7th round, he had thrown 116 more punches than he did in the previous fight. Did you notice this fight he was rushing? Did you not? No pun intended. Rushing, not rush in, but yes, both. The Russian. Did you notice that he was trying to take Ward's head off? You know, he was head hunting. He went away from his game plan. Instead of boxing like he did in the first fight, he boxed beautifully. The second fight, he gassed himself out because he was trying to take Ward's head off. So Ward already knew that Kovalev had issues. They was already talking about how, you know, Virgil Hunter getting up there, getting all emotional, saying you can't be drinking vodka day in and day out and beat Dre. Was Kovalev into the Stoli? Was he drinking a Stoli? Huh? How come there was no IBF day of weigh-in? What's up with that? How the hell that happened? You know? So there's many questions. Many. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, that's one thing true. Kovalev jab ain't no joke. The only issue Andre Ward had with this fight is Kovalev jab ain't no joke, but jabs don't win fights. He was jabbing the shit out of Ward. But there was open times. There were open times where you would think, like, how come fucking Kovalev don't throw the left hook? Or, you know, how come Kovalev don't go hard to the body? You know? He did the very first round, threw a right hand to the body. That shit, you heard it. Mop. Then that was it. No, Ward never found the way around the jab. He was still getting jabbed all the way in the all the way to the round where Kovalev got stopped. He didn't find a way around that jab. It's just that Ward was landing the harder, effective punches. Kovalev was throwing more punches, landing more punches, barely, but they were mostly jabs. Yet Kovalev seems to only have a 1-2. He don't have like a varied body game. He doesn't have a punch variety. Where Andre Ward mixed that shit up. However, Andre Ward's jab was not a factor in the first fight, really, or in this fight. It was either hooks or body work. Kovalev, every time Ward tried to exchange jabs with Kovalev, he would lose that exchange. But when he was going to the body, Kovalev had no answer for that. Kovalev connected one jab at a time, but still there were stiff jabs though. You know, those, like Kovalev never been like a guy to double pump a jab though. Low blow KO oxymoron. Yeah, Kathy pissed. But yeah, but see the thing is, remember those people, those managers, promoters, and boxers, they be watching YouTube. They'll see you. I learned this. They'll see you and you'll interview them, and then they'll talk to you before or after. Did you notice that's why you don't see like certain media members interview certain people from the other team? Because they be aligned with like one team and shit. It's certain people channels you won't see Kathy Duval on. I would have walked right up to her like, Kathy, tell us about these media members. Like, why are you so upset? You know, trust me, one more minute. Oh, this was a productive day. Shit is getting lit again around here. Thank you for your support, guys, man. I'm going to be back tomorrow. Usually I don't work on Sundays. Happy Father's Day to you guys. You know? I mean, that's fucked up to say that. But yeah, you know, main events was Sergey Kovalev. She does have some prospects and everything, but he was the cash cow. You know? It is what it is. You guys enjoy your night. TstreeT Controversy. Please subscribe. TstreeT Controversy Live.